Mabuhay, Kamustika, welcome, how are you? This is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. This video is called From Blown Off to Blown Away. From blown off to blown away. The blown off part describes United States dating sites. I was on Match.com, I was on Plenty of Fish, that was the last one before I just gave up. There was also the ever popular eHarmony, and I always forget one. But I was on the biggies, two of them a couple of times, and the results were exactly the same. You find somebody you're interested in, and you know, they're either local, like in your own city, or maybe you got to drive 200 miles, but that's up to you, whatever you put in on your search. And then you contact them, and usually what happens was, and I know you've experienced this too if you've done this, the response is no response. There's just no response. And the couple of times, you know, that I had, it just stopped all of a sudden. And so I think I was getting played. A lot of women just want the attention of a dating site that strokes their ego, and I think they have no real intention of actually communicating with somebody. And I think that when the guys get on these dating sites, they do want a relationship. I'm just not convinced that the women do. And it was just a bad experience. And I think that's when people talk about international dating sites, they bring that experience with them of being blown off. And they expect that they're going to, you know, be doing it a long time and just basically trying to beg people to communicate with them, having people contact them and make critical remarks. And it's just a strange experience, but it's not what you think. Well, yeah, I felt blown off. I gave up. I didn't know what else to do. Sure, there's thousands of dating sites, but why go through the same thing all the time? That's kind of insane. So I had never done an international dating site, and when I decided to sign up, I was home that day, and my phone or my computer was ringing like a slot machine because every time there was a chat request, it would make a noise. And it got really irritating because I was trying to look through all these profiles of these beautiful women and all of these interruptions with chats and messages. And you know, it's a good thing, it's just I'm not used to it. So I declined every single one of them, and there were hundreds of them just in the first week, hundreds of them, because I was trying to look through profiles and decide who to talk to and so on, and this was just blowing me away. It was like drinking water out of a fire hydrant because there were so many choices, so many opportunities. You can't do them all or it will take forever to find a wife. So I declined all of those. I made a list of some people I wanted to talk to, and I communicated with probably 5 women. They might have all made a good wife. They were all pleasant. They were all easy to talk to. I was not expecting that. I would expect some rudeness on an American dating site. I had one time somebody message me simply to be critical of my appearance. That was it. I hadn't shown any interest in them. They just, I guess that's what they were doing for the night. That was for kicks. But that never happened on Christian Filipina. And there was a lot of people to talk to. By about day 5 or so, I decided I was going to focus on my wife. I told the others I was going to focus on this woman, and now she's my wife. It happened all very quickly, and I believe it can happen quickly for anybody because it's a whole lot different on an Asian dating site than it is in America. Now, Christian Filipina, I trust. A lot of the others I don't trust as implicitly, but I do believe you can find genuine, sincere Filipinas out there on these other sites. You just have to know the right questions. I guess maybe you have to have a good common sense or something, but there's a lot of people that get scammed, and there's a lot of Filipinas out to scam you. I would hope that with a little research on what to look for, that you could avoid that, that it would be obvious what they're looking for. But I was totally blown away when I went to Christian Filipina, and it gives me so much hope that other people can get married that don't feel like they have any hope at all. They've been blown off from the United States dating sites or some other country. I tried Christian Filipina. If you're a Christian, I highly recommend it. And you can end your search. I had plenty of choices to find my love beyond the sea.